Am I the asshole for running away from home? Am I the asshole for running away from home? I 16 am leaving my mom 48 and dad 50 meters AITA. Being abused and neglected for my whole life, but they don't want me to, as they would lose their personal slave. Ever since I was young, I never felt love from them. I was an accident at the wrong time, and both had to work onto desk for me. I was only 0 to 5, so I didn't understand why I was never loved by my parents. At the end of the day, they were so done they wouldn't try to bond or love me, and it was obvious. They would yell at me for making too much noise or even being there with them. At this time, I also have a young brother 18 months younger than me, and he was planned. They loved him as he was planned, and they were doing better. As young as 5, I could tell they loved him more, so I stepped up more to maybe get some love. At 5, I was making myself food and doing dishes, but over time, I had to. And they didn't see it as me helping, but as me playing my part. Around this time, my brother also understood and took advantage, leading to me getting beaten by him and my parents. At 7, my mom threatened to take her life and told me it was my fault. That's the last day I was a kid. Soon after, we moved 3 hours away from everything I grew up with, including my grandparents, the only people that loved me. It was hard, and I knew it was going to be bad for me. My parents got worse. At 8, I had to cook me and, sometimes, my brother breakfast and lunch. Do all the dishes and clean the kitchen, clean the house and my bedroom. I could barely reach the kitchen counter, let alone the house. I also started getting force feed and threads from my parents of my life. So kids get told to stop doing something or else they get grounded. My dad would tell me he would brutally beat or kill me. I was so scared of him. This is also the time I started noticing that my parents were alcoholics and were addicted to cigarettes and wood. The fights also started. And sometimes I would take my brother for a walk out of our neighborhood because you could hear them outside. At 10, I had become a mini adult. By this time, I had a horrible home life and was constantly beaten by my brother, chased with knives and thrown till I couldn't breathe. I would push my door shut and sit there holding on while crying because of how scared I was. I also started praying, but all I ever wished for was death. I would pray to not wake up in the morning and tell him I would do anything to be free. I also started getting severely fat shamed from my mother after she forced feeds me adult-sized food and makes me sit till it's gone. I would cry and beg. I sometimes throw up and was nearly forced to eat it. Luckily, I was just screamed at and locked in my room till the next morning. Part 2 coming out soon.